like tayyah in the Quran. God never gave you tayyah. What is the meaning of tayyah? Greetings. You are greeting who? That tayyah that you are doing, greeting Prophet Muhammad in your prayer. I thought the prayer was supposed to be for God. Innani ana la ilaha illa ana fa'buduni wa aqimus salat li zikri. And you came to do the zikri of Muhammad in your salat. Is it from God? Afala ta'qilun? Good. There is no salati upon the Prophet in the prayer. God never gave you that. That is shirka. Apart from that, there is nothing like shahada for the Prophet. You say, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasul. God never gave you all this trash. Please. Apart from that, there is no salamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, salamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, left and right. God never gave you that. Wallahi, it is from this same garbage they call Sahih Bukhari. I'm calling it garbage because it's useless. It's not from God. Let any scholar come out and sit with me. Wallahi, I will expose that scholar that day. Nara said Allah. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm talking with passion, right? Because these scholars are irritating, they are disgusting, they are annoying. Wallahi, they've misled us for a long time. But time is up. Wallahi.
Sense. We need wisdom. We need insight. We need understanding to run a nation. We don't need prayers.
Koteti anchen.
Kompai wakasi.
David koteti anchen.
Sufre urade.
Was okwadofo.
Okwadofo.
Koteti anchen.
Wa buantati anchen.
National kwan.
Na uweni. Kwantati ana kwan. Asamando a 16 gates and asamando. First gate no. Angel be go gate na efen ayakim. Second gate angel be ho. Yefen nafta. Third gate angel be ho. Yefen kelik. Ojidi. Ni create theory. Also him too. Wa uti wa bamu
na won buabi o.
Otu mi sa me question.
Na omanum sem so asa.
Wanum nsem so asa.
Na se won kasa bi o.
Na se uti wa otu mi sa me question.
Na wojina ho.
Na wojina ho.
Na won buabi o.
Na bi sa question ti.
Ntwe ana.
Ntwe ana.
Many an Ghana for me.
Abusiafo mechiache obia memobia kwaba obaso na wahye edumadi no mo amabaso no nyina mechia obia obo mechia okena na usu na hu kwa 44 mechia opa menua obaso na wahye edumadi no obaso na wahye edumadi na yekoyanim abusiafo memma no mekasa enwa yebetoa enra edumadi no so enra mehye mo bose Mamen can say, two Muslims, okay, two Muslims, two ex-Muslims, and now Obama comment and answer or answer these questions, you know, Yebusa, you know, enti Bako Diana Mekain and Rano, or no, Muslim wa converted. Okay, a Muslim wa be atheist. Okay, from Islam no wa be atheist. And then near ya be king kind de no. a Muslim wabeye Christian, okay? A Muslim, an ex-Muslim who has become a Christian. Or no need dianona or my proofs from the Quran, the Hadith, and the Tafsir, no, or my verses, okay, or my verses, no. Inti me mama kasa wa because me pese program no e bewo pi, okay. Me pese program e bewo pi. Inti ye ba beko na yakwa hwe yakwa kenka ne die no na Bernard mechiawo oba petra me ma wakwa abanso me kasa anwa no ye beko na yakwa kofa ne die no na ye dia ba beto so na afi ya body tew na yakoye ni oba so na wa share where an ex-Muslim one yabusa the question about Islam na omaye ne answer na said the answer na wode maye no so interested na adisunya wo mu no enunti na enra mema yekenkai ba ko na enenso ye bekenka de toso etino menchere ho ma menye na menko famra se oba so a ni nyina ne se de wo se wo ye ne se wo hye na wo de ama afoforo na wo ye kremoni nso a ewe enya agufuo eya adesua ne yesua no ha okay yesua de se de be ya wo nso wo beti ne ma bi ase se de be ya wo nso be hu se de enipa bi edwene okay se de be ya wo nso be hu se de enipa bi edwene efa esom no ho enti se wo ha enegusuo no okay mami ngura musi na ye ha de mami ngura musi na ye nhwe ade mami ngura musi na ye nhwe ade mami ngura musi na ye nhwe ade yenko up and then on there are verses from the Hadith and the Tafsir blah 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 yabeken kani nyina enti enie me ba cho so hwa wonu ne we ya Mike Muluk okay Mike Muluk ex-Muslim Christian and when you ex-Muslim wonu so abaye Christoni ena wo be answer questions no a program na ye ne nra no question ya yebusa aye no wono nso yebusa the same question and wono nso be answer nti wo hwemo aye questions a yebusa ex-Muslims enti wo ye ex-Muslim na yebusa wo a then wo answer wo no na wo de aba enti we say Mike Muruk ex-Muslim Christian okay nipa no a wo answer no ni din ene wa ha no enipa no a obusa ne question na wo answer no ni din enie de pacha what ya say ni din enie aha enti yenko up na yenkenka na enhwade o say original question okay original question was say what made you to be an ex-Muslim? What do you think about Muhammad now? How about Allah? Do you ever feel like becoming a Muslim again? Do you ever feel like becoming a Muslim again? Okay. Enti yanko kenka na answer wade bayan. Was it the question is multi-part question, which ironically could be answered with just one answer, which indirectly answer all the second and the third part of the question as well. Now it begins. I left Islam because of Muhammad. I left Islam because of Muhammad. I left Islam because of Muhammad. You get it? And the answer was say I left Islam because of Muhammad. Pam Chomeba. What your mama mean you say? I left Islam because of Muhammad. Okay. Yanko na yanhadi. Was it Muslims? Muslims like myself back then are all claiming to love the Prophet Muhammad, but in reality, very few of us know what kind of person he really was. Full stop. Okay. Was it Muslims like myself back then are all claiming to love the Prophet Muhammad, but in reality, very few of us know what kind of person he really was. Enti Sauhemwa, there are a lot of Muslims around the globe, but a few of them are not knowing who really Muhammad is. And Omunim who really Muhammad is, you know. Sound of one. Se wanfa ejuma no anye business a bibu to say yen yanama nena nam Ghana obo say wasi wo ye dawa obo anya dawa no yo onye dawa bia wo di ye business. What you say? Because who say guy ye fake ne sum ye fake ni nyame odeba ye fake enti ema di bia wasum ni mu bia ye fake. There are a lot of things about Muhammad that say open kora who study the life of Muhammad who said that guy was totally unsaid to call that guy a holy prophet, you know. Excuse me for my words. Ebiana one minute and answer on king kind of one. That is why even Baba Shua say if you call Muhammad as a holy prophet and as a holy person there, not just say 1 minute and culturally because he was lost and Allah guided him. Okay. Now, Yantuaso. Yankoni say, wasi we are conditioning to love Muhammad. We are conditioned to love Muhammad. Muslims are conditioned to love Muhammad. Okay, and that is true. Se wouldn't nase okasetia Allah, you can go free. Nobody will do anything to you. But if you mistakenly talk against Muhammad, if you mistakenly say anything, any Muslim, because of the love they have for Muhammad, you know, you can be killed. If you mistakenly talk against Allah, you can go free, but not Muhammad, because they have conditioning to love Muhammad. Okay, was it? I even beat up a fellow classmate for insulting Muhammad when I was in elementary school. But thinking back to that incident, I can't quite understand why I got angry at that kid and why I am supposed to defend Muhammad as if he was my dad or something. But I just did it. And when he was in elementary school, he just beat some guy. Okay, he beat somebody because the person just talked against Muhammad. And I will go ni pano. And I will say, when you the entire will defend Muhammad as if say Muhammad the papa. Every Muslim love Muhammad more than their parents. Every Muslim, anybody who is deeply in Islam, love Muhammad more than his family. So somebody can deny his mother, somebody can deny his father because of Muhammad. Sani yatete ono. Yentu aso na yenhwe di ediso. What do you think about Muhammad? What do you think about Muhammad? This is the question. Because question here mako for. Now, Muhammad was it I left Islam because of Muhammad. Okay, let's get started. Was it when I started? He says, when I started studying Islam for real, I have come to realize that the Al-Insan Al-Kamil, the most perfect example of a man, was not very just or moral person. I am not saying that because Muhammad lived in the 7th century and I am a well-educated man living in Western Europe of the 21st century. Not at all. Okay. Was it when I started studying Islam for real? A brand and Ibria or Chassis said Ocean Cremophony, you know. I have Ocean Cremosomony, you know. I have come to realize that the Al-Insan Al-Kamil, I think say a Arabic transliteration, the most perfect example of a man, that was Muhammad, was not excuse me, was not a very just or moral person. And I am not saying that because Muhammad lived in the 7th century and I am well-educated man living in Western Europe of the 21st century. Not at all. Even by the standard back in his time, Muhammad was not a moral person, and I can prove that to you. Even by the standard back in his time, that is when Muhammad was alive, in his time, he was not a moral person, and was saying, I can prove that to you. Let's check his proofs. Na yenhwe nia o ka kire. Was it first, Muhammad took advantage of the personality cult he fostered. Okay, although Muhammad laid out strict rules for his followers, he doesn't always follow his own rules. Sometimes Allah will conveniently declare that Muhammad has a unique position among men and is therefore not bound by rules that affect other Muslims. Was it the Yedikani? Muhammad, a summoner or a personality, the advantage of one personality, okay? What create someone just to benefit on one, because at times Obekere say Allah aman rules be, but the rules na Allah the man no, or no Muhammad will be above the rules na or the man. Now it's like or no Muhammad need you Obekere me call above the rules, not other Muslims. Okay, enti maybe Allah bet me can say bia we ya be man obewale mako for example. According to Quran Surah 4, ayat number 3, I think so. When you be ma obe wale mako 4, but Muhammad wale mako 11. So Muhammad was a Muslim who go against the law of Allah. You get it? And this is how the guy was checking Muhammad and what he did. A man who said, no, this guy can never be a prophet from any God. For example, okay, for example, Muhammad allowed 4 wives for his followers, but conveniently has 11 wives as a special dispensation from Allah. And according to Quran Surah 4, ayat number 3, Mama Yankhe that verse and answer. According to Quran Surah 4, ayat number 3. Let's check that verse before. Na yerhadi. Ansana yebiya ya babe tuwaso. Quran Surah 3, Quran Surah 4 rather, ayat number 3. Yerhe. Allah, ese oye premoni bema. You can only have 4 wives. If you can be truthful. Quran Surah 4, ayat number 3. If I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay, Quran Surah 3, Quran Surah 4, ayat number 3. And if you fear you cannot act fairly towards the orphans, then marry the woman you like, 2 or 3 or 4. But if you fear you will not be fair, then 1 or what you already have. That makes it more likely that you avoid bias. Okay? And if you fear, Allah was talking to Muhammad, so Muhammad is supposed to follow this law. Okay? So that the followers said the followers, you know, Muhammad na almost no. But ono Muhammad, you know, and second law we say no. And our the law only the followers. Say omono ne wa kwanya say omo be ware mako 4 from 1 to 4. Say ube to me aya no kwafo a ware from 1 to 4. Say won to me nya no kwafo ma omo dia ene ware mako. But in the hadith Muhammad ware mako 11. Let's go and check the hadith. According to hadith, Muhammad ware mako 11. And in the Quran Surah 33, ayat number 50, yabeba so obehe ma Allah ma Muhammad kwansa one way. Ni nyina guy no e di making the point. Yen to aso. Okay, to the yen check hadith nansa. Na because hadith no what the hadith in it also no my enti e be simple. Okay. And inside Buhari, hadith number 268, volume 1, book 5. Sahih Buhari, hadith number 268, volume 1, book 5. Narrated Qatada. Anas bin Malik said, the Prophet used to visit all his wives in around during the day and night, and they were 11 in numbers. I asked Anas, had the prophet the strength for it? Anas replied, we used to say that the prophet was given the strength of 30 men. And according to the hadith, Prophet Muhammad nane yerenom eye mako 11. At the whole of the day, no, I was so often yerenom 11 in nyina no ono wo da. Na obi busa say enti prophet no wo amodini a wotumi ni sa ne yerenom mako 11 in nyina da. And I was say according to one of prophet, you know, anase ni omo na tie no, and say Allah amano mema mako 30 awodene a sa awodene a wode ma Muhammad no eye just say one ne yire mo de beda nko a wanfa awodene amane se wonfa nya bibia o awodene a one ne yire mo de beda enti gani say wo hunu yiye se dabi Muhammad position na wo pe no na ope for the self interest enunti ena emera wo shemani followers ne say ubetumi awale for but wono no a wono ni ye leader e wo se obi a wodi na ti sua no e wale mako 11 ni nyame a wo som no no ma ne mema mako 30 ahodena na one ne yere no mo ne de da ede yento aso na yenko yenim. Okay, that is the first point. The second point in here was his second. Muhammad did things that even his followers were at first reluctant to follow. We can find in the hadith and in Sirah literature many instances where his followers didn't want to follow through with something that they thought would be too ruthless until Muhammad told them, okay, enti yawo ade bi wo ha wono ni followers na Muhammad ni followers na ono na mpo no mu say sadia we de ya airtime, okay, Now, until Muhammad told them that it will be okay to do the deeds. Enti yawo abrabo bi wo yawo niye bi wo even the followers of Muhammad no mpono na omo mpese omo baye until say Muhammad na ka kire omo say eye okay say was omo ye. Enti abrabo di bi ti say den yen kenka na yen hwe obema ye prove, then you will see what he was talking about. Was say okay, yes, I'm free. I say until Muhammad told them that it will be okay to do the deeds. Here at least we can see that Muhammad frequently transgressed even the ideas and moral standard of his time. And even his time on Ponua, Wano Muhammad na one day a prophet in Kremu say maybe the sumbi kura no. Na ya wa abrabobi wo ha. Na even omo no obo ye pagans no. Na eye wo mo time na sa abraboni wo mo time so obo bebo. But Muhammad bae no. Abrabona wo mo som ni mpo na ye wo mo time no. Muhammad ma wo mo boy. Was it that's why we also can't blame Muhammad culture or background for the things he did. Okay? Because time, you know. For example, Muhammad's soldiers were hesitate to rape female captives of war while their husbands were still alive and are among the captive. But Muhammad said, go for it. Enti Muhammad and the companions and answer the warriors omoko akon na omoko chiche mabia because of say a man wo mukunu no motia sinti na wo mo mpese wo mo ne man ne bededa because onim say oba wo kunu a oba wo kunu ni kwase be ma foforo de ne ho kan until say Muhammad the catch no say hey monye enti wo kunu wo no let's say wo no ye Muhammad a chidifo Muhammad ni wo no na wo no ye according to Muslims ni wo ye holy ya enka chidifo ni mo mbe suyan no na a chidifo na hunu se sa brabo we de ye bo a enye na prophet na wo no ye leader na catch rom say abrabo no amomo bo amosi enye no mama mo kwan mo sa abrabo no. Okay. And this is how it was what can I say now analyzing Muhammad. Now said no, Debbie. As a prophet and Yankopon be of also near Sase, ebe too soon no of Makama Sabrabo we so. Yankle, Wamaye Hadith Waha, Yanken Kanye Hadi. Sag Buhari, Volume 4, Book 8. Hadith number 3432. Abu Sa'id Al-Khudri reported that at the Battle of Hunayn, Allah's messenger sent an army to Autas and encountered the companions of Allah's messenger. No, Abu Sa'id Al-Khudri reported that at the Battle of Hunayn, okay, Hunayn. Bibi side na within all. Allah Messenger sent an army to Autas and encountered the army and fought with them. Having overcome them and taken them captives, the companions of Allah Messenger seems to refrain from having intercourse with the captive women because of their husband being polytheists. Then Allah Most High sent down regarding Tio Ebusian for Muntias Asemweo. Or say, then Allah Most High sent down regarding that any woman already married, except those whom your right hand possesses. Quran Surah 4, I think it's ayat number 24 or 34. You better check. Enti, omoko akon Ena ema wo mo kwachichi wo mo no. Soldiers na wo mo kodi akon say there be ema ya chichi wo mo idie. Ehu hia say e wase ye de ye ho kan wo because number 1 omo wo kunu no. E wo mo kunu no mo kura so mabosom. Enti ni kon say ye de ye ho kan wo mo. Oh, Muhammad say Allah send the verse yaba. Say oba any kon say wo de ho kan na e ye oba wo kunu. Say oba no waye oba what capture no in a war. Those your right hand possession, that is captives, you know. Okay, when you been there, you have right to have sex with them. Enti yanko check a Quran verse, you know. Yan check a Quran verse na yan hadi. Quran surah 4 honwa. Yan check a Quran verse na yan hadi. Na fi yan samra ba na emra metwa yana ken kai so. Quran surah 4. Quran surah 4. I think said 24. I think 24. 24. Surah 4 24. Let me go and then name herself. I net 24 by 34. 4 24 or 34. Okay. Okay, 24 no. Quran surah 4:24. Was it and all married women except those your right hand possesses? This is Allah's decree, binding upon you. Permitted for you are those that lie outside this limit, provided you seek them in legal marriage with gifts from your property, seeking wedlock, not prostitution. If you wish to enjoy them, then give them their jewelries. Okay? And this is the verse. Abera omoko akon. Okay, omoko akon na omo chiche ma. Omo nye nyankopon bi somafo. Na omo di nyankopon somafo ati kura hu se da bi. E ma na ya chiche wo mo no. Wo mu kunu no mo ya abosonsonfo. Enti ni kwase ye de ye ho kan wo. Ena wo kunu no mo nya abosonsonfo kura na wo kunu no mo te ase enti ni kwase ye de ye ho kan wo. E de ye ho kan wo. Muhammad said there be Allah send the verse about say once they are women they have been captured. Okay, when we are captives, you know. Well, they are those your right hand possesses. They have every right to have sex with them. And you know, Muhammad Mawamokwan, although they refrain from it, but Muhammad give them go ahead to have sex with them. Okay, this is another. Your friend said, Charger or Debo Muhammad. The last phrase, okay, the last phrase was say, of course, refers to this gem from the Quran. The last phrase, of course, refers to this gem from the Quran. Quran Surah 33, ayat number 50. My favorite verse in the Quran. The whole Quran verse, you know, this is my favorite verse in the Quran. Prophet, we have made it lawful to thee thy wives, to whom thou have paid their dowries, and those whom your right hand possesses out of the prisoners of war whom Allah has assigned to thee. Yankokain, Yabesa Babak. Quran Surah 33. Yabesa Babak, why? Mama Yankokain, that verse, Nafi. Yabesa Babak. This is my favorite verse in the Quran. Quran Surah 33, ayat number 50. Quran Surah 33, ayat number 50. My favorite verse in the Quran. 33:50. Okay. 33:50. Okay. Was it, oh prophet, we have permitted to you your wives, to whom you have given their dowries, and those you already have, as granted to you by Allah, and the daughters of your paternal uncles and the daughters of your maternal aunts, and the daughters of your maternal uncles and the daughters of your maternal aunts whom immigrated with you. Enti ono komisheni no yamana konya omonwura ne siwa busuam ondeda one man ndeda omonwura ne wofa busuam one man ndeda omonwura nanti se busuam one man ndeda. Okay, yamana konya say ono ne dio wa konya say one sama we say num nyina ndeda. Okay, was it and believe? Okay, let's continue here. Paternal aunt and the daughters of your maternal aunt, and the daughters of your maternal aunt who herself to the prophet. And he said, believing women being so now or then home or nenenda. Okay, if the prophet desire to marry her exclusively for you and not for believers, we know what we have ordained for them regarding their wives and those their right hand possesses. Okay, this is inspire you any difficulty. Allah is forgiving and merciful. And from the beginning of the conversation, or Kansas Simon said, Yawo, and Yamabi Allah de Maraba, but Muhammad, or go against the law. A binisa ya kasa wo ya bema utumi warefo. Hwese okenka 33 no, ayat number 50 no. The last part was say akonya na wadiama wonu Muhammad no, eye only for onu Muhammad. Obi ye follower of onu Muhammad a oni sa kwan no. Ekonya wowo anase nia Wobetumini Muhammad enya ne pepepe ye number 1. Those their right hand possesses no a man na woma kontokwa woma kwa ken na oma kwachichi womo access slaves no omo ba no mo beche ma no a wunya wo dia obetumi akowe no Muhammad nyane dia obetumi akowe no ene wo yira woni ne tie utumewe no Muhammad yira one ne tie otumewe no but Muhammad ebetumi abawura ne wo fa abusuam awe ne wo fa ma abawura ne siwa abusuam awe ne siwa ma abawura ne anti abusuam awe na antema. Believing women or the Hobre Muhammad na Muhammad Firisa or Penwa or Timichan no aweno. South for the dear we Muhammad follower untuminyebi. It is only advantage for only Muhammad. You get it? Yeah, to us way. Okay, the third accusation here. Was it third? Muhammad would use others' revelation for his personal gain. Muhammad would use Allah's revelation for his personal gain. Until this day, Islam has several laws that impact millions of lives that are based on revelations that were obviously made up by Muhammad so that he could have his way. Sometimes the benefit that Muhammad got from these made up revelations are so trivial that it was simple, irresponsible for Muhammad to grace the world with such laws. So what is the point now we're making? At times, revelation be about revelation about what you say this revelation is here, a Bama Muhammad that I said it's like the revelation ne purpose eba ma onu Muhammad ne say obedina sa revelation so na wanya akonya dia abo brebi ebi ni Quran surah 33 ayat number 50 na yenka ye me pata what you say and there are some laws in the Quran beba sa law ne ba ebetumi ama onu Muhammad na nya akonya abo brebi a se wo ye ni follow one pona tie kira it is a revelation from Allah. Was it for example, or my example, okay? For example, Muhammad erased the institution of adoption in Islam, just so that he could marry his adopted son's ex-wife. For that end, he conveniently invented revelation from Allah. Quran Surah 33, 4-5, then 33, 37, to give him legitimacy to do just that. Example ni bi no odiaba was sometimes Muhammad etimi invented revelation from Allah. Say Allah am revelation. Say revelation is ube no. Na a revelation na ebaya ebe favor onu Muhammad nkoa. In pre-Islamic time, now adopted son. To me, whatever adopted son in pre-Islamic time, I was on 40 time umpono. Now to me, whatever adopted son. But Muhammad time Obaya was it the God who created the heaven and earth in a frame. Obaya or the people outside the feel. So to me, whatever adopted son, and this Allah see what term. Enti Emma wonu Muhammad eje wonu ankasa na adopted son eyire ewale no na adopted son no eyire no so na ye Muhammad no ebusuani a eye no wofaba wonu Muhammad ni na gina mu eje awale ne ma na adopted son no. Okay, but later then no obeje oba no efri na adopted son ni nsem. Meanwhile in the abosom 40 time no na eyade na ye chiwade na ye ade na etan me pata what you say enti ni obofra na bosonsom ni mpo no na etan na Muhammad baaye wono na kiremi se wadi nyame a onne boss oni asase e na ebide nipa na se nyame ni ye holy ni bibia ye konkon na ade abosomfo eye wo botan mpo no Muhammad nyankopon ni Muhammad na bagia tuma na ye adwuma na wan kasa wodi ebusa ho se wo wuti we na wako adopt akora bi na woni akora ne ti watiti akora na ebi amefa se wo adopt akora na ebi akora na wo be 11 years wa hwa akora ne di akora na ko school akora na ba benyina be ye ni petitiri watina mu se father e na wa wore e ama wo ba no ne pata what ase na emire bi drui wo ba ni mu yo wote ase na go to me age oba ne yiri afiri ni nsem aba ya kenka verse no Quran Surah 33 Quran Surah 33 let me check the verse again 33 number 4-5 okay Surah 33 4-5 33 4-5 33 4-5 33 number 4-5 yan ko ken kan yen hade wajina doctor san yere ware why enti we say no nyina no wotnas no wose there be airtime wose and put your trust in Allah Allah is enough as a trust deed. Okay. Number 4. Allah did not place two hearts inside any man's body, nor he did make your wives whom you equate with your mothers, your actual mothers, nor did he make your adopted sons your actual sons. But what you say? Enti fabricate chapter. Now what they are na adopted son, you need the freedom. You don't start it here. Was it Allah did not place two hearts inside any man's body. Allah fa command you and tuni baby. Okay. Nor did he make your wives whom you equate with your mothers, your actual mother. Okay, enti when you know what do you want to o maame ho? Okay, what do you want to o maame ho? Ebia me yira menene tie na me se wo ye wo ba enti no me de na toto me maame ho. Of course, wo ye be yire me to me nya me se me maame. Because ya wa de bi wo ha me to me ne me maame nye, but me to me ne me yira wo da me chia ye. enti wo yire ala anya ne se o maame a wo ama okay nor did he make your adopted sons your actual sons. And I was able to say, anasa Allah wo abofra wa adopted no. Allah ayani se wo ba wo free wo moja mu ana. What you say? These are your words coming out from your mouth. These are your words coming out from your mouth. Enti se wo kan sem bi say oh at my doctor son there. We be say what you say me ba o. Allah say eyen semu a everywhere wonu mu na eba. Enya ono Allah na aye ne sa. According to Muhammad enu mu asem no. Was say Allah say one country say ye kan sa eya ya nu mu asem. Enya Allah na aye ne sa ma ye. Na wa doctor son there. Allah enya ne say one kasa oyefunu mu ba. Of course, wa doctor son enya oyefunu mu ba. But I can say obeje wa doctor son yere aware no. That is the fact. Then yen to us war number 37. Yen hwe de si ewo 33-37 hona. 33-37 hono. Ento okeka we wie ye no an we wie na aja. Na doctor son yere no wo se brai. Na ala the verse aba. Enya de say wo ya me yefunu mu ba. Enti betumi ade wa wale. Enti 37 was say when you said to him whom Allah had blessed and you had favored, keep your wife to yourself and fear Allah, but you hide within yourself what Allah was to reveal. And because of who you Muhammad, what can that nti uni Allah no what done and yatra that okay. And according to the tafsir, according to the hadith, you know, na doctor sana your friend Said ne ba ni nchen say obega na yere no e na wo ka kire ni say oh keep your wife and fear Allah. Meanwhile Muhammad no abra na doctor son ne ba ye no na Allah according to odu Muhammad no e review akire ni say e wo say wo jizina na wo ware no but oba ya no wo sheda ye kataso mu so jaja na fawire na esuro nyame. Meanwhile, with you, no say, on pipe when you say, Obejado. Okay. It wasn't keep your wife to yourself and fear Allah. But you hide within yourself what Allah was to reveal. And you fear the people, but it was Allah you were supposed to fear. Then when Said ended his relationship with her, we gave her to you in marriage, that there may be no restriction for believers regarding the wives of their adopted sons when their relationships has ended. The commands of Allah was fulfilled. And this verse we say na Muhammad invented the verse purposely for himself, because now he was about to collect his adopted son's wife, which is Said's wife, and now your friend is Zainab. Zainab no wa ye wono Muhammad ne cousin na Muhammad na nkasa ne gine mu e ware awade ndima na adopted son na your friend is Said no. Mere bi duri. There is hadith a mu Muhammad Kofie say or kohwehwe ne bana na doctor son na your friend Said okoye no wan koto Said enti wo wura dan ni mo no wo hunu say curtains e carry e dan ni na ne wo fa asen ni nua no ege ne wo fa ba no a na doctor son ne yire no na order hola I said what she atadia eye light a wo hwem wa uhunu bibia enti Muhammad ni wura mu anani ball so ape e na akono bi wura no e wo kanfo no enti wo kanfo no e na adwene bi ben tim e ba ga bi tim oba na obo na mane se wo wofa wo papa ba ehwe ha ani wo so oba o kan de e no so oba e ohun no wo kanfo me e no wo se me papa wa ye say di adwemboni abani trim ma me nko kantrem no me fa wo the batawati ase all this hadith me dia ye programs bebre okay enti mama yen to aso enti this is some of the accusation. This is the reason why I say he left Islam because of Muhammad. Well, this is the fourth example, and I want to know. Fourth example, at the frontier, a man unto me, and Muhammad as example to mankind, as a prophet to the whole mankind, unto me, dinner chino, and wabu because I say there be Muhammad na brabo nye abrabo bi sei wo kan ha wo yesi a sa brabo wo ya wo bubo ni nyina no as a prophet of a God who created heaven and earth you don't need to do all these things but Muhammad was abrano. So if truly Muhammad was called by a God who created the heaven and earth, if truly Muhammad was called by a God who is kind of simple. No one. And Muhammad more brown. And what verses of Muhammad and Kasankasa they invented because unto me Kase Nyanko Pamwa or Suroni assassination in sa. A true prophet. Amanaba the perfect example of your mankind. Now what Muhammad some illustrations be the type of a man one way or what the I am funny say Wamani coin on 2 minutes of Abanda. Wamani coin on 2 minutes Sewana, Nesawamanda, Wamani coin on 2 minutes antes manda. Now or 2 minutes can't to extend say Wakatra say. Ena obia obeji oba obeji usomna tumubia wode ne ho brewa we no wo kenka 51 eto aso a wasi se wo testia ne wo pedefa ne wo mpedefa to nchen bra ayawra wo semu it is time you guys need to reason up okay yen to aso na yen fa dwumadi no mrawie wasi add to all the fact that Muhammad let others assassinate his critics, married a woman when the woman was 6 and consummated his marriage when she was 9. Sahih Bukhari, volume 7, book 62, hadith number 64. Married a woman the night after army butchered the woman's husband and family. That is Sahih al-Bukhari, volume 4, book 52, number 143. The first one is Aisha. Okay. At the age of 6, now we go see Nesiwa. And at the age of 9, and at the age of 9, and we didn't go for and now your friend say the other one, married a woman the night after his army butchered the woman's husband, and also a Safia, okay, and also a Safia, and Tokwa a sea or Keba, okay, Keba na San Tokwa see Muhammad called Jif one him Kokunkum Womunina Emma, San Lady Noah. Waya na ho ade anado na yekum ni kunu na waware no na your friend Safia story na wa okay enti shesa hadith we say yuso Sahih Bukhari okoken kaya ubehun why okoken kaya ubehun Sahih Bukhari volume 4 book 52 number 123 me pacha okoken kaya ubehun why a long story. Na ya wale obano ya ne wedding. Ya ne wedding. Adana ya ne wedding. Wasatana na Muhammad ne nkofo. Ekoto share. Jews one so na omukunkum mema ewo mu nyina na omo chichi ma ewo mu no e na omo de omo koye slaves etisa oba no na ya ye no ho ade ada na ye no ho ade da sa da na mokokun ni kun sa da no a e na wo wale again no what you say enti wo say or check the fact say Muhammad eye nyame Muhammad yesomafo a nyankopon bi a obo wiase ne soma no na sa Muhammad yi no makwan ema ne nkofo ekunkum omo ne nya odene na Muhammad kuro ya timisi akora wo siesi wa na at the age of 9 years woni akora ne koda na ohwe nso a oba ya ne ho ade na anajo na yekum ni kun na yaje oba na sa aware no all these things you know say to me what the yata de what the yata de epam di she Muhammada wo gina ho a yemfa nsusu mi say where commissioner nyankopon bi na soma no and all these books were written by the people who claim to be Muslims. That is why Baba Shah say if you follow all these hadiths that have said that all these things in Ufora where mushrik, because if truly that Muhammad in the Quran no that Muhammad the Quran and all hadiths there then na uko Quran munzua Muhammad na ubetumi apamata aliasha no a untumi fani nyina wase nyankopon so mafo e na wodi atade a ewo hadith musa be hye bi so dia eni untumi bra fani nyina wase eyabosum bi na frɛ no because ni subane na etan kora. This is ex-Muslim. And I only the emphasis, only the pointers. The entire because of Muhammad inti ujahin kremosom. This is an ex-Muslim who has become a Christian. And I left Islam because of Muhammad. And the reasons and I did one after the other. So why me share video no. After the program, you can re-watch it. And I said, yeah, they got to YouTube. I'll make you a okay, young to us. Yeah, Eddie to me dinner, baby. Muhammad, the one 7 and okay. What's it so? Let me ask you this. Knowing all that about Muhammad, what do you think is my option? Is what's it? So let me ask you this. Knowing all that about Muhammad, what do you think is my opinion about Muhammad now? Into obi nebusa the questions, you know. Enti wo le ne fact na bia no wo busa ni pan say enti all these things are wadi agu ho no wo ma na hunu nti wo no wo susu say wo no wo busa the question no ni opinion of Muhammad ho ene dey. But say I think you can each answer that question for yourself. Until we are Cremonia, you can answer that question for yourself because they know you and point in our making in so. Was it what about Allah? What through Allah? So what we are Muhammad? What about Allah? So what about Allah? Was it what about him? What kind of God would send a guy as described above and call him the best of men? You get it? The Patawati say, "One baby, I don't know. I do my akodu." The Patawati baby, I don't know. I do my akodu. So, and to we are, and I will say, "What about Allah?" Was it no? Allah cannot be God because if you Allah can never be okay, that ex-Muslim who has become an atheist, they will say no, Allah never exists. Allah is a fabricated God. Okay, and say what about him? What kind of a God will send a guy as a described above and call him the best of men? And he said, what choose Muhammad as the prophet to mankind? Na who catch say upon all this abrabo Muhammad Bobo, was I the best of men there? And you're not this God, no, or problem. Me bacha what you say. The point I will make you know. Yen twas on your was it? It's also strange. It's also strange how Allah claims to be the same God who sent Prophet Isa al-Messiah, aka Jesus Christ, 600 years earlier. But somehow, in the 600 years that has passed from Jesus to Muhammad, Allah literally created a theology that is the exact opposite to the teachings found in the New Testament. Islam is the anti-theory, the verses of the Christian's religion. And he will say, no. Let's come back to Allah. Number one, Allah can never be God, because if Allah is a God, then he can never say Muhammad is the best of men. Number two, if Allah is the same God as Christians' God, 600 years ago, what did Jesus Christ buy? And our man Jesus Christ in woman what they buy. After the death of Jesus Christ, 600 years later, and now what did Muhammad buy? Muhammad buy na Allah no day. And woman for froba, every ababa for fairy, the kind one or baya, what be changing the woman. Okay, and 7 one a walk on any mono, and in 7 one a walk Bible, New Testament, Limono, aircon to qua. It was a no, it can never be possible. They are not the same God. Yet was that again should make you think who Allah is. Okay. Now, the final point, Miria, now me do me the nesi. Miria, me the link in the better so now, mama me home 5 minutes. Ebian will be person will join now watching another. Will be a man near this. Do you ever feel like becoming a Muslim again? Listen to the answer. Listen to the answer, whatever I am, and that answer will shock you. Do you feel like becoming a Muslim again? The answer will shock you. What say? In light of all the above, my answer would be over my dead body. In light of all the above, my answer will be over my dead body. And I'm really serious about this one. Gun to my head or knife on my throat, I won't say the Shahada ever again. Oh, my shed will scream. Oh, I am sorry. I am sorry. My shed will scream. Oh, my shed will scream. No fan cherry. My men sam fan kotuso. Why? My shed will scream. Oh. Eya me screen no. If I'm chow, mama, men go back kakra. Why? Mama men go back kakra na. Men fa entos. Okay, I say you do ya me pem. Was it Ted? Okay. Ted, Muhammad will use Allah revelation for his personal gain. Until this day, Islam has several laws that impact millions of lives that are based on revelation that were obviously made up by Muhammad so that he could have his way. Sometimes the benefit that Muhammad got from these made up revelations are so trivial that it was simply irresponsible for Muhammad to grace the world with such laws. Nti yewo laws be a Muhammad de baya laws no laws be a impossible say what the law never say or the ba bishira iwiase because law no fabricated and all those laws no were made to benefit only Muhammad himself. For example, Muhammad erased the institution of adoption in Islam just so that he could marry his adopted son's ex-wife. For the end, he conveniently invented revelation from Allah, Quran Surah 33, 4-5, then 33, 37, to give him legitimacy to do just that. Okay? I'm saying also your kind. You have to ask no young koyen. Add to all that the fact that Muhammad let others assassinate his critics, married a woman when the woman was 6 and consummated his marriage when she was 9. Said Buhari, volume 7, book 62, hadith number 64. Married a woman the night after his army butchered the woman's husband and family. Said Buhari, okay, and America said, Mame, and highlighted hadith ni bim. Na opese uko check ya, wako check it. Why? Aha, mame highlight ni bim. Anyway, Said Buhari, volume 4, book 52, number 143. Let you know, ye kum na oje ne yene wa he no. Sa lady no, they had this in that so why? Aha, me pese me sa kan mu asem bi. Mama ye to aso. Wasi so let me ask you. So let me ask you this. Knowing all that about Muhammad, what do you think is my opinion about Muhammad now? I think you can answer that question for yourself. I think you can answer that question for yourself. What about Allah? What about Allah? What about him? What kind of a God would send a guy as described above and call him the best of men? Impossible. Okay, impossible. Impossible. It is also strange how Allah claimed to be the same God who sent Prophet Isa al-Messiah, aka Jesus Christ, 600 years earlier, but somehow in 600 years that has passed from Jesus to Muhammad, Allah literally created a theory that is the exact opposite to the teachings found in the New Testament. Islam is the anti-theory, the verse of the Christian religion. That again make you think who Allah is. The last question, do you feel like becoming a Muslim again? The answer was in the light of all the above, my answer will be over my dead body, and I am really serious about this one. Gun to my head or knife on my throat, I won't say the Shahada ever again. This is the end of his point. Just think about it. Just think about it. Okay? This is an ex-Muslim who just became a Christian. I'm not saying he said, why you don't free Kremosumo or be Christian, you know, why are they? Or don't research, you know. What's it why you research, you know? Muhammad and the Pamo, no. Mamma falling can into sona. May yet just 1 or 2 a be nafe. May did you make DNS? Ebia no be peso basso. Your peso basso will bet me a basso. Ubia Maswa, made the Manusia Namapo. Okay. It was say, what can you free Kremosumunimu because of Muhammad? The entire way you free Kremosumunimuno. But when I say, Muhammad Abrabo, and Yabrabo a soni. What Braboni be so to say a Yanakura say, Nyanko Bina Somanoa. Now on one Kasankasa, and for me this court for his own benefit. On to me while I could have 9 years. Now one in that. On to me, come obire. Now, oh, I don't know. on to me money ne chidi for no kwan eba omone mma wo mu wokunu na because of say woman omakwa akwa wo busum kunu ma chichi wo moyere no as captive nti de bate what ya say ena eto so biem se nyankopon bi ene suma Muhammad according to Quran surah 33 ayat number 50 said ye Allah ma Muhammad kwan ema wo wi ma bia wuro mu even ema mpa wo mu di ni sumochi no Allah ma ne kwan sa wo wi wo mo no se nyame bi na suma no a nyame ne ma na kwa ma ne mo sa abra no se nyame bi na suma Muhammad ene nye wo no na invent sum no invent the book of Quran no and go to me country and followers say we are ceremony be ma wale 4 nemo mi Muhammad ne die me ho asam da ho say ma wale ma akoma akọ 11 sa 11 no pra no na me ni wo mu nyina da a day na anwode na me nya ye no efiri me nya nkopon ho wa ma me ma akoma akọ 30 anwode na me ne me yire mo 11 ni nyina da dako. All these are things if you want to become like a critical thinker as this guy, and what's what can I say now? Doing something which is well. Me interview one Muslim be Aceh, I think say 2-3 years ago. Your friend ni dinner na or they were oh me kaidino or can I say be what say asking your malam, okay? I quote me quote to the senior or on the kind. Was it asking your malam to tell you the truth about Islam? It's like asking your slave master to free you. The part what you say. Asking your malam to tell you truth about Islam. It's like asking your slave master to free you. So if you want to know the truth about Islam, don't depend on the malams. Don't depend on the sheikhs. Don't depend on so-called Islamic scholars. Those so-called Muslim scholars now omuku Facebook no omano tintinia ubuso omo question omuntu mi mount logical answer. Omo nyam farmer wa then they tag you, they start calling you names, you know. If you want to know the truth, no. Just read the Quran by yourself. The translation is there. The transliteration is there. Read the Arabic. Then you read the transliteration. Then you come to the English. You read it by yourself. Now, the truth about Islam. No one, I repeat, no one who call himself an Islamic scholar, who call himself a sheikh, who call himself a malam will tell you the truth about Islam, because they actually know what that book is, and they know the kind of malam, the kind of prophet you guys are following. They know all that what we are talking about, but they will never tell you. They will use you guys, you know, to do business. Until Okwa sorry them one. Motor correction and Kremosumuno motor correction. Yes, we are motor correction. And Kremosumuno motor correction. Omo pia montene no omo koye your friend say omo preaching sinoa omo jeje collections. Ye hunu bi da bia omo kwa na omo bag na omo susu collection goes. E bi di aso omo koton mo. Omo ye business. Okay? So men who almost said they are doing anywhere for Allah just because they want to go to heaven. No. For their own interest. For their own self-interest. Omo benefit or that is why omo say obi kan kan mo so na won say man wo mo ni abere. That who say you mo be ye teachings abu omo ba say guys yin say mo omo kan no ye ko challenge wo mo bu omo ni won ase. Obi ti say Baba Shuaib when he said there is no Muslim scholar in Ghana obetumi agina nanim. Ene na ye dialogue about the Quran. Enti wo kasa wo se oye be ma afre. Something said to oye programmer no what the number to o pa afre. Sankofa na kure me ye programmer man fa link and to me the number to o pa afre. Sa o fre ye ne a Logical question say your baby sound to me yano. So this guy will never come here. Yeah, program we are no a program, no they are putting on a platform. A holiday obiam challenge it will bet me I can't open. Ma wonina ho. Think twice because the truth is one. And only you who can liberate yourself from the falsehood. Search for the truth so that the truth shall set you free. Thank you for the way so sweet. Makarabo, and Afro, the best. Neda wasi.